Cats have always been universally loved. That's right, cats in the pyramids. They've been here forever. Ancient aliens, some may say. Been around up there, coming down just to prey upon us and our knowledge, and to give them cuddles. Like this little guy here. I've named him Colonel Whiskers, even though it is a woman. Women can be colonels too. Don't sex shame, I guess. Colonel Whiskers is a very lovable little cat. I I've been going through a lot. Jesus Christ. Not mostly because of Colonel Whiskers. You just love cuddles. You're just all over the place. She really just loves all the attention, and she found us. So this cat was just sitting on our driveway. Every day we came home, this cat would just be sitting waiting for us to give it cuddles and food. So eventually my girlfriend was just like, "Hey, let's bring it inside." And so we brought it inside, and another cat was like kind of following behind her. And the other cat is a much smaller cat that is white with a bunch of different colored splotches and smaller. And we took both of the cats the next day to the vet to get them all their shots and all their rabies and all that type of stuff. Give them rabies. No, I haven't given any of these cats rabies. But when we brought them to the vet told us that Colonel Whiskers here actually has a microchip. Colonel Whiskers has an owner, which they named them Lily. And so we had to contact them, which they haven't contacted us back yet, so we don't know if they actually want their cat back yet or not. But apparently, Colonel Whiskers here is about 4 or 5 years old. He's just been outside our house or just been outside the whole time, or maybe they just let him out and he comes back at night. Who knows what it is? But if they want him back, they gotta talk to us or just tell us to let him back outside, I guess. Um, and the other cat we named Mises, like Reese's, but with an M. Uh, so Mises was this really shy. So Mises is a really beautiful and secretive and shy. I'm sorry, there's so many cuts in this. Basically, I loved Mises because Mises isn't here anymore. I came home today and Mises was gone. I texted my girlfriend and she said that Mises was there when she left, and that the cat didn't get out when she got out. And I'm like, well, I know the cat didn't get out when I came in. So either Mises is somewhere hiding in this maze of a house really well, which good job, Mises. Fantastic job on you, Mises, if you're out there just hiding in our house. Or she got out, and we'll see her again. But it was just, it was a lot to go through all at once. I took this cat to the vet. I got Mises up on all of its shots and everything. It cost me like $450, but I didn't care that much because I was like, well, maybe one day we'll let them outside and they'll never come back anyways. But it was sad that it just happened so quickly. I was hoping to like give them Stockholm syndrome a little bit first, so they'd hopefully come back sooner. But yeah, I don't know where Mises is. I was gonna make this as a happy video and make some jokes about cats ruling the universe, and talk about how about a year ago I actually wrote into a podcast called 0 Degrees, where they take your complications with no qualifications. They don't have any degree, like me, basically. But I asked them a question like, hey, what should I do? Because I had this situation where I live in a neighborhood with like 12 stray cats. That's a lot of stray cats. And, some of them have some diseases, and some of them, it's just terrible. Like, and last year was more than a dozen. Some died off in the winter and everything, it was awful. There were so many cats. And they were digging up my vegetable garden and removing the plants and stuff, so I couldn't eat my vegetables from my own vegetable garden either, which was annoying. And so I wrote in asking like, well, what would you guys do? Because I figured this is more of a moral question for a larger audience, so it was actually a smart thing to do. They recommended to take some like non uh, lethal force, of course, first by using some scent or sound repellent. I ended up buying some water sprayers, like some motion sensor water sprayers. So if it sensed motion, it'd spray. And I bought a security camera, and I was going to record me basically motion detectoring spraying these cats away from my garden. But this year turned around. Cats didn't do that at all anymore. I guess the dirt has obviously settled enough that the cats don't want to do it, or maybe they just really liked last year's dirt for some stupid reason. This year they didn't care at all, didn't dig up a single hole and put poop in it like they did last year. So I didn't have the cat problem, but I had a groundhog problem. A huge, huge groundhog problem. Like, literally, I have a groundhog right now that's larger than a small dog. Much larger. It's probably larger than Mises. I mean, Colonel Whiskers here. I've only had them for 2 days. Give me a break. Uh, but that groundhog is massive. And throughout the year, what I do is I'd poison the groundhogs because I don't give a fuck about groundhogs. Look how cute they are. This is what a groundhog looks like. I don't give a fuck. I would shoot every groundhog I've seen because groundhogs are not as bad as cats in the sense of knocking shit over. Groundhogs literally eat it. I didn't have any vegetables this year besides corn, tomatoes, and squash because the groundhog would show up and eat every single green leaf on a plant, every single one. Wouldn't leave anything at all. Wouldn't leave a leaf, hardly even a stem, you know? And it was just terrible because what would happen is that you'd, of course, notice that, oh, great. Wait, is that Mises I hear? Oh, is that Autumn?
Guess who I found outside?
You found Mises?
Found Mises.
Did you bring them in?
Yeah.
This
I don't know
Mises.
how they got out, do you know?
No. Say hello, Mises. Hello. Hello. I didn't notice that they just lay there if you pick them up on their back. They're adorable. That's why the house has been messed up, by the way, because I've been cleaning it really, really well. They're off limits in this room unless I'm in it. So that's why there's stuff all over the place. I gotta do laundry and whatnot. But I don't know what else I've said so far this episode, so that's it. You know, I'm just happy I got Mises back. Hello, Mises. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Mises. What? All right, I'll let you leave. Goodbye. Are they gonna instantly leave? She's sassy. That's why I like that one the most. She was just outside, apparently, just on top of my wrecked car in my driveway. Absolutely amazing. That while I was recording the first part of this, she was just sitting there on top of the car. Ah, man. Stockholm Syndrome turned good, boys. We did it. Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. We're going to end it off on a positive note instead of a sad one since I found both of my kitties. Honestly, I am so happy I found Mises. They were super cuddly afterwards. I went downstairs with my girlfriend and we just hung out with them for a while. But what other things I was going to say is Lily, Colonel Whiskers, the cat that they named Lily, actually responds to Lily. And I found out like after the vet visit, I was doing some laundry and I looked over and I was like, come on, Colonel Whiskers, come here. And they weren't like paying any attention to me. They were off walking towards a wall. And then I said, Lily, and it turned their head and I'm like, you son of a bitch. You're, oh, I hate you. Because they don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's just funny. And that's why I also joked around that I liked Mises more. So it was kind of like really impactful that I just like lost Mises and I don't know how. I'm fairly certain my girlfriend accidentally lost the cat. I'm blaming her. She'll probably blame me. It's fine. We'll blame each other. That's what healthy relationships are nowadays. But we also were talking about the Zero Degrees podcast. Shout out to them again, I guess, just in case they're listening to this for some reason. But groundhogs, all right? I had to poison and kill so many groundhogs this year. And they'll come back, they'll eat all of my vegetables, every single last one of them, leaving just the bare little bit of a stem. Every single time. And it's even worse because they do that, which makes me realize they exist. And then I kill them. And then the greens grow back again. And then they'd come back and eat them instantly again because they just hoard and eat it all. So it's not like I was saving the groundhogs or my plants at the end of the day. I was just killing both. I was just screwed no matter what I did. So I have no idea what to do other than I'm probably going to just fill in underneath my kids' playhouse / shed just concrete. I'm just going to next summer, since I finally got out of debt, by the way, I do want to say that too. Cheat, happy. I hopefully should be able to fix up little things like that. I need to spend like $50 on concrete and just mix it myself and pour it down there. I'm a handyman. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. Why not? I also want to say thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. I actually have a 500 subscriber special coming out next week. I gotta make a thumbnail for it, but it is cooking in a dryer. Just because we're on theme, that 0 Degrees podcast I was talking about, I'm fairly certain either them or something I was listening to at some point asked, like, can you cook in a dryer? Like, is that possible? You know, there's a YouTube video of everything. And I thought that would be a stupid video because I have an extra washer and dryer. So I made a video cooking in a dryer. I tried to cook. I'll give you a hint. No, I won't give you a hint. But let's just say I tried a meat. I tried a carb. And I tried a snack food in the dryer. I find the washer probably isn't useful for anything. But I have an extra washer and dryer. If you guys have any shenanigans you think that would be fun to use those for, hit me up. And that'll be the end of this video, I think. You know, all praise the cats. I also send all your cat tips in the comments because I literally have never owned a cat before in my life. I'm kind of allergic. Whatever, I gotta deal with it now. And my dad's been allergic, so I don't know how to take care of a cat at all. They literally used their litter box instantly. Like, we set up the litter box, put litter in it, and they instantly started using it. I didn't have to potty train them at all. It was the easiest scenario in the world. Literally, all I have to do is feed them, and they take care of themselves and like clean out their litter box. But it's way easier than a dog. It's wild. I love dogs. I want to get a dog eventually, but yeah, send me cat tips. My cat, Colonel Whiskers, we might just keep him because the owners still haven't called us back. But I keep calling him he because it's Colonel. It screws myself up, but I have to stick with Colonel Whiskers. It's just such a good name by this point. She loves to scratch up one of my couches. So how do I stop that? I got him a scratching post, and they love using that. And they love using it. It's just sometimes I catch him scratching that couch, and I just don't know what to do. I yell at them and say, "Hey, you!" and they'll stop and go. You know, I might like get a spray bottle or something, but I feel like, I don't know, fill it with acid. That'll really teach them good hard lessons. You know what I mean? Joking, jokesies. Some people are crazy. They'll fucking believe me. One of these days, I'm gonna stop saying jokesies after the end, though. And that's when I'll get canceled. But you know what? The real G's will remember. You and me will remember. Also, since I'm spouting off, this is starting to become one of my incoherent ramblings podcasts, but I am thinking about doing a 24-hour live stream for my birthday, just because I love actually doing this as a hobby. and I think that my birthday is a perfect time to take time off. It's around Christmas time. My birthday's on December 15th. So I was going to do a 24-hour live stream. At first, I was thinking Factorio, and now I'm leaning more towards Cult of the Lamb, which, if you've never played, maybe look into it. I'm going to do a run that is more sadistic and evil. The first run I've done at home in my free time, I did it in a way that's very nice and happy-go-lucky and morally correct, I guess. Wholesome. I don't want to go wholesome. I want to go hardcore, just terrible cultist person. Make it absolute fucking wild and cult. And I'm going to play on hardest difficulty, of course. See how far I get in an entire day. I think I can really absorb myself in a game like that for a whole day. I can't think of another game that I could do that with. Lamplighters League, I've tried. I haven't even edited that video, but I've recorded it. It's not that great. There's another fucking thing that I played that I didn't edit yet. There's just a lot of ick games coming out. You know what I mean? They're not all that great. They're not all that bad. It's just, Cult of the Lamb, though, recommend it. It does cost money, but if you love things like Enter the Gungeon and The Binding of Isaac, check that game. Oh, and it's kind of got mix of house builder games. You get the point. This video is going on far too long. Thank you all so much for watching, and tune in next time or to my channel for other shenanigans, shorts, and challenging gameplay. Bye bye.